So welcome everyone to this webinar about AVF 2017 award, as well as our 2017 events calendar. Thank you so much all for tuning in. I'm Andrew Blume. I'm the North America Regional Manager for the Association for Vertical Farming. And joining me is Henry Gordon-Smith.
Hi everyone, this is Henry Gordon-Smith, co-founder of the Association for Vertical Farming. Thanks for joining.
Great. So Henry, we're here today to talk about the 2017 AVF Award. Maybe you project managed the 2016 AVF Award. Maybe you could kick things off and tell people a little bit about how that went.
Yeah, certainly. I think it's important that we look back and think about what worked and how we're improving upon that. So first of all, I really want to thank our main sponsors for the 2016 AVF Award, AVF members Alumatex, as well as our other sponsors, Thought for Food and Globumbas. These are all groups that have been really enthusiastic about what the Association for Vertical Farming is doing and volunteered to be involved in our inaugural AVF Award. The results were actually quite impressive. So one of the strategies we had for 2016 was to actually get the sponsors involved in a major way. So we did milestones along the way. So there's kind of this application period. People sign up, they say, I'm interested in joining the award and building a team. And then there were essentially 5 webinars along the way, webinars on crop selection, webinars on lighting selection, webinars on site selection, webinars on some economics, so that the sponsors were able to really connect with the entrants in the competition in a really intimate way, which got them to kind of expose them to the innovations that they're pursuing, which is really a great advantage. But one of the results that happened that we suspected was that there was kind of this buzz that was created every time there was a webinar, every time there was a milestone. And so the social media results of the award were quite successful. We had over 50,000 views to the videos that we did at the end. And so that really is how we're kind of leveraging that and moving into 2017. We're going to allow sponsors and create ways for sponsors to engage with the participants even more through these webinars. We're extending the period that the award is going to go. We can get to some of those details together, Andrew, today. And we're also going to be really pushing video a lot more and bringing in our sponsors to the introduction of the videos. There's animations before the videos happen, so our sponsors get more brand exposure. Again, all of this goes back to really our commitment and our mission to increase the awareness around vertical farming technologies and create a widespread and diverse dialogue from young people about how vertical farms could be effective in their communities. Let's see, going back to last year, Andrew, what else should we maybe talk about?
Yeah, we had over 300 student-led teams apply, so I was really impressed by just the number of students who were able to find the Association for Vertical Farming. We have very good SEO, and you Google vertical farming and the Association for Vertical Farming comes up, and we receive a tremendous amount of inbound messages from people who want to get involved, who want to learn. And so we think the AVF Award is a great tool to help get that message out there that, hey, you can learn, you can get involved. And through those 5 milestones that Henry talked about, there were just several teams that made it to the 5th milestone and to the video milestone, which is what Henry was alluding to earlier with the 50,000 views. So Henry, maybe you want to talk a little bit about those videos that the students made for the award?
Yeah, so like you said, there were about 300 plus entrants. We narrowed that down to 27 finalists or 24 finalists, and they were from 27 from different countries. Videos were a way for the teams to get an audience vote, right? So post a video, this is kind of near the end of your concept development. Now post a video, why is your concept worth voting for? And then they would get likes on Facebook, and then we use that to create one of the points that they got for their overall concept. So that gave them really an incentive to create a positive and influential and exciting, entertaining video, which is really what boosted our social media in 2016. So we're going to do that again this year for sure.
Yeah, so I think that's a really unique sponsorship property for potential sponsors, because there's going to be students making these videos, and it's very genuine. It's a bona fide effort to really get young people involved in our industry. And so to have students working on these projects and to associate your brand with that, I think is very interesting opportunity, and one that sponsors should certainly take a close look at.
Yeah, I certainly invite you all to go look at the Facebook page, facebook.com/AVerticalFarm, and look at the videos and just see just how much engagement, how many comments there were. You know, I think it really captures the energy of this industry and how young people are really thinking about it. So think about that. Think about how your brand and your technology could be deployed to thousands of views through sponsoring the AVF Award and being part of those videos.
Okay. Yeah. And so in keeping with this sponsorship discussion, Henry and I developed a sponsorship bidding packet. So because we have over 85 business members within the AVF, our goal is to be as unbiased and open as possible. We opened up bidding so that all of our members can come and bid on the award and play a part should they choose to. So that's kind of why we did this bidding process, as opposed to just naming one price or this sort of thing, is because we want to invite all of our members to participate, and we're always looking for feedback with how we communicate with our members and the various the various programming that we put forward. So we certainly encourage feedback, and we hope that this bidding process is something that is quite clear and well communicated throughout this program.
So I hope you can see the screen.
Yep, I can see it, Henry.
And Andrew, maybe just remind me of anything that I miss as I kind of go through this relatively rapidly. I really invite you to read this document. If you're an AVF member, you've received this because the sponsorship opportunity is available to you. So the first main difference that we're doing in 2017, and this is with some feedback from Illumitech as well, is we're actually diversifying the number of awards. So last year there was one award, right, the Vertical Farming Award. But what we found was that a lot of the responses, maybe about 30% of them, were domestic products. They were kind of at-home, consumer-sized products, especially as we had a very global a set of entrants, right? There were a lot of groups in India and Asia that wanted to do smaller scale systems. And so we wanted to create a place for that. Furthermore, there's been a rising interest in kind of modular farms and shipping container style farms. So in 2017, there will be 3 awards. There'll be the Modular Vertical Farming Award, which really, we'll get into a bit more detail later on, but it's really about looking at a containerized system, a modular system. What is the best system designed for that? We have the Commercial Vertical Farming Award, which is a little bit more in the plant factory, indoor commercial size vertical farming, converting warehouses, et cetera. And then we have the Domestic Vertical Farm Award, which is really to encourage people to look at the smaller scale at-home solution. And that's really how we've divided it this time. Sponsorship is open right now, so you can submit bids and you can say, I want to sponsor the Modular Vertical Farming Award, and this is the amount I want to contribute. That's the kind of engagement we're expecting from you as members. That's how we're democratizing this and making it available to all of you to have the benefits of sponsorship. We need all sponsorships by January 30th, as you can see in that email. And there's a form that's linked in that email that you can look at. Okay. I don't want to go through all of this, but essentially our goals are pretty straightforward. Our mission is to encourage vertical farming entrepreneurship globally. So we don't just want to spread awareness. We want these teams to be able to have a stronger capacity to develop vertical farms. Now that's obviously a benefit for growing the industry and for our membership. So that's why we've designed the award again, to encourage as many details as possible and to have these milestones that they're mentored and so that they're more capable of entering the market. We want to help drive membership through awareness, and we want to increase our brand exposure. Okay, do you want to talk about the prizes, Andrew?
Yeah, certainly. So the prize money is 5,000 euros. It's 5,000 euros for each first place prize. So these innovation awards are going to be it's a huge incentive if you're a student-led team to come home with $5,000 or euros, excuse me. Then certainly you're going to be motivated to get involved, to really see your project through. And then beyond the prize money, we are also looking for travel sponsors who will pay for travel to the AVF Summit. So one thing I do want to mention is that we do feel a loyalty to our legacy sponsors, Illumatex, Thought for Food, and Globumba. So if they reach what we call the recommended bid, as you'll see here in this chart, then they will get priority. So we have minimum bids for sponsorship as well as the recommended bids, because we anticipate that due to the success of the 2016 award, we're anticipating many bids to come in, and so we kind of have this chart here to help you as you think about your budget and you think about the award and what's going to make most sense for you in terms of what you can bid on. We're also accepting in-kind bids. If you have something about your company that you think is unique or some sort of offering that you can offer to the students, we're happy to get creative there and to consider those as well. Another thing I wanted to touch on was the benefits to the sponsors. So we have a number of benefits. As Henry said, you're invited to participate in the webinars. You're invited to select a judge for the conference if you're an innovation top-level sponsor. And you'll get special recognition at all of our 2017 AVF events, which we are going to go into a little bit later on this webinar as we wrap up the awards. So those are just some of the benefits. There's more benefits throughout this document. And the other thing I wanted to just touch on was the expectations for the award. We had 300 student-led teams apply in 2016. If we can get more sponsors, more marketing, certainly the AVF, that was the inaugural year. So we hope we can grow bigger and better and touch more people and influence, get more people excited about this endeavor. So we're hoping for 500 student-led teams to apply, with 50 reaching the final 1-minute video milestone. So we're hoping for more exposure across the board. And we think that's realistic, given that there's more prize money, more sponsors, and we have just a much larger social media following going into 2017.
That's right, Andrew. And as you said, that promotion at all the events, right? So we're trying to confirm that AVF award sponsors, by January 30th. But then you get to be promoted at a number of events. We've got Aglanta coming up in February. Then we've got another event. I think it's the Aqua one happening in Europe. We've got Seeds and Chips happening in May. We've got the Thought for Food conference, which we're partnering with, which has also just been announced for May. We've also got some events this summer, including Cultivate, which we're going to attend. And then we also have, of course, NYC Agtech Week. So it's really a lot of opportunities for that exposure, really a lot more bang for your buck, if you will.
Exactly. So let's, I think that pretty much covers the event, the AVF award. As you can see on my screen, we have some contingencies just in case things don't pan out exactly how we'd like in terms of sponsorships, although we do anticipate to reach full sponsorship level. And then, of course, the Google form, which you can see here, which has the information that you would put in. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And now we can talk a little bit about some of those events that Henry just mentioned, starting with the Aquafarm event, which is actually in January. So,
oh, great.
Yeah, it's a bit early for the AVF award. However, it's still a great offering for our members who can receive a 20% discount for company booths. So at the AVF, we're always looking for ways to help our members generate a return on investment for their membership. And so we definitely have partnered with a lot of events for 2017 in that effort. So Aquafarm is one great way to do that. It's January 26th and 27th at the Exhibition Center of Pordenone. Well, I'm having a little bit of trouble pronouncing this Italian city, but it's in Italy near Venice in late January.
Great. So how do we find out about that one? Is that on the AVF events page on the website?
Exactly. There's a ton of good information about the discounts and links as well. And you can also contact Jeff Van Acker, which is ZVA at vertical-farming.net. Many of you know lovable Jeff Van Acker from being in our videos and being on stage. And so certainly you can contact him, or you can visit the events page on our website. Okay, so Henry, do you want to talk about the next event on the calendar, which is Aglanta?
Sure. So Aglanta is an event being organized by the City of Atlanta and AVF members, Blue Planet Consulting. AVF members get a special benefit of an additional 10% off the ticket price. So if that's early bird, which is 20% off now until the end of the year, you get 30% off the total price. So that really is an additional benefit for AVF members. And certainly that's a great event to kind of connect with other members in the US. But let's talk more about the details of Aglanta. You know, Atlanta might be a city that you might not have thought about when you think about vertical farming, but that should change. It should change for a number of reasons. The first reason is that there's a director of urban agriculture for the city of Atlanta. So that's a handful of global cities that have someone responsible who's paid and in charge of developing an urban agriculture community and also the economic case for that. So the city has taken this very seriously. They've even developed a task force just focused on controlled environment agriculture, which obviously involves a lot of the technologies that the Associated Vertical Farming has in its membership. So they actually believe, the city has a reason to believe that there can be economic development benefits to encouraging vertical farming in Atlanta. So that means that they're trying to attract you. They're trying to attract your lighting company, your aeration solution, your vertical farming operation solution, your container farming solution. They want to attract you to set up shop in Atlanta. And so this event is really a way to kind of connect you with the existing urban agriculture community in Atlanta. So basically local urban farmers are being brought to the event and encouraged to talk about this emerging technology of vertical farming, how it might play into that community, and really where community and technology meet, where that economic opportunity really shines. You know, you can't have vertical farming take off without a community that understands it and that supports each other. Furthermore, the main sponsor for the event so far, a platinum sponsor, is Southern Company, which is the second energy utility company in the country. And they are interested in encouraging vertical farming by providing energy incentives as they have some excess power in the grid, and they believe in supporting that industry. And so there's another reason to go, is that energy is really a limiting factor for a lot of vertical farming operations. And so this is a really exciting event to talk about the details of that. What is the incentive? What are the deals? What parts of Atlanta are available for development into vertical farming? This is your chance to really meet the movers and shakers of urban agriculture and CEA in Atlanta, including Mario Cambardello, the director of urban agriculture, as well as that CEA task force I said. So if you're really interested in getting involved in that space and learning about what the economic opportunity is for your business, definitely sign up for Aglanta early bird before then. The event is looking for sponsors as well, of course. And sponsorship, the benefit there is that you're going to really be accessing all these entrepreneurs that are really excited about the space and looking to develop urban farms in Atlanta.
Yeah, so the Southern hospitality of Georgia, I think they're really trying to roll out the red carpet for our industry, for our people, who are trying to move everything forward. So, we're really excited about that Southern hospitality with the permitting and the economic case and the energy rates. And so we're really excited about Aglanta. And certainly if you're an AVF award sponsor, it's just another great opportunity to have your brand and your company be talked about in a major way at this conference. So thank you, Henry, for talking a bit about Aglanta. I think you did a great job covering that. And we can now move on to our next one, which is Seeds and Chips in Milan. So if you didn't need an excuse to go to Italy, well, we'll give you one. It's going to be May 8th to 11th in Milan, Italy. It's a 4-day exhibition, so it's quite a long exhibition, which is because there's just such high quality speakers and attendees. It's really about the future of food and food innovation, which is exciting. It's a bit of a broader exhibition, but within that is it gets narrowed down on May 9th with a vertical farming day hosted by, you guessed it, the Association for Vertical Farming. So that day is going to be really kind of like a street sort of feel, like we are organizing some talks, and we're going to, be getting people networking and talking with one another about issues in our industry. So we're really thrilled about this conference as well. Just for your reference, Seeds and Chips, you might think, well, what's the deal with that name? Is that about French fries, or what is, is that about tortilla chips, or what is that about? It's actually about the types of chips that go into computer boards. So it's about technology and seeds and how those two merge together and come together. And certainly the Association for Vertical Farming is really excited to be a part of that and to be able to offer our members discounts to that. So there's a 20% reduction on prices before the 21st of January. And then another 10% reduction after the 21st of January. So certainly you're incentivized to decide in the first few weeks of the new year. Otherwise, we can work with you for tailor-made packages and collaborative booths with other members. We're expecting quite a large audience for Seeds and Chips, with over 1,000 people, including policymakers, business leaders, investors, all the types of people that you'll want to talk to. If you go online on the Vertical Farming Events page website, there's a lot of information about booth prices, about the AVF-only area, about the discounts and sponsorship opportunities. And again, you can contact Jeff Van Acker, ZVA at vertical-farming.net. He is a key point for catalyzing and synchronizing our efforts over in Europe. And so we certainly encourage you to contact and work with Jeff to see how Seeds and Chips can be the perfect conference for your brand.
Yeah, I think that event's going to be really exciting. You covered it, Andrew, and certainly Jeff is the guy to talk to about this one. If you're a smaller company and you're looking to really get some awareness for your technology or product, talk to Jeff about this kind of collaborative pitch that's happening, where we can match you with other AVF members to pitch a business concept and get you some exposure there. If you're interested in making a bigger splash, one of the great things about Seeds and Chips is that they're very open to thematic sponsors, right? So you can sponsor a whole area. You could sponsor a vertical farming cafe. You can really get a lot of different exposure and be quite creative, especially if you get started early. So don't hesitate to reach out. And Jeff here is commenting and saying 1,000 people is only what's expected for the conference section of it. For the exhibit, they're actually expecting up to 75,000 people. So if you really are looking to expose your technology, your brand to a really wide audience, really think about Seeds and Chips. Certainly a lot of the AVF membership is going to be there. Don't miss that, and contact Jeff Van Acker at ZVA at vertical-farming.net.
Yeah, definitely. Henry, I think you touched on a really good point about how to get creative, maybe sponsor a cafe, something like this. Certainly, we are very creative folks. This is how we come up with things like the AVF Award and our various events. And we think that there are really interesting ways to engage your brand with the AVF. And that was really the genesis of the AVF Award, was Illumitech's approach to us with this idea to do this student-led award. And we said, yeah, sure, we can work with you on this, because of course businesses have a lot of resources, and those, those resources can be used with our branding, and we can work with you to take those resources and turn them into actions and turn them into impact and results. And so please do contact us if you have any ideas for other types of ways for the AVF to help your brand.
A refresh, if you're just catching up here, remember you've got early bird sales for tickets end for Aglanta December 31st. January 21st, you got those early birds for Seeds and Chips. So you really got to start planning out the year. And January 30th, we're expecting the bids for the AVF Award to have come in.
Yep. So quite a lot to plan for 2017. And just not to be overwhelming, but the next one on the list would be New York Agtech Week and the AVF Summit. So New York Agtech Week, we will be posting a short 2-minute video that kind of sums up the exciting energy of the week-long event, where it's really a bit of a different kind of feel than, say, a traditional conference where you purchase a booth and there's panels and this sort of thing. AVF Agtech, New York Agtech Week is all about getting out and visiting farms. And certainly there are some panels and networking sessions, but it's more of an unconference kind of feel where we want AVF project groups to have meetings, whether you're in the data standardization or sustainability or AVF press or whichever project groups you're involved with or want to get involved with. We're going to be hosting meetings for all of those project groups. There will be farm tours. There will be some panels. And then it's all going to kind of culminate in 2 different events. One is a locavore dinner, and the other will be the AVF Summit, just a short few-hour train ride away in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, NYC Agtech Week is just a totally different kind of event. It's about getting active. It's about getting moving. It's about seeing the amazing city that is New York and really creating unique environments where you can network and connect and see the farms in action. You know, there's really a great community of farmers in New York, the NYC Ag Collective. And so we see in 2017, bringing those 2 groups closer together through Agtech Week is really a sensible way to go. So yeah, really what you can expect for that is to really, you know, ideally arrive in New York on the Monday, the 18th, and really stay until the Saturday, right? So Monday through Thursday, it's going to be full with networking events. Like Andrew said, different division groups meeting throughout the week to talk about AVF research, AVF education, you know, all these various AVF sustainability, all these various divisions that we've generated, and we want you as members to get involved in. At the same time, you'll be able to see farms in the city, you'll be able to see demonstrations of technologies, and again, this locavore dinner, which is usually very, very popular. Last year we had, or I guess this year, we had 350 people attend NYC Agtech Week. So we're really expecting that to continue to grow in its engagement. We got great feedback on it. On the Friday, we're going to have the AVF Summit in DC. Andrew already mentioned that, but again, it's close by. So if you're looking to just attend the summit, that's easy. You can go and stay in DC. We chose that because the hotels are cheaper there. We've got a great space and a great relationship with the University of DC there now that's being started. So don't miss it. Mark your calendar. September 18th to 24th, I believe, is the NYC Agtech Week / AVF Summit. Definitely one you don't want to miss. Be there or be square.
Perfect. Well, I think that's all of the events that we have on the 2017 calendar. We're quite active, and we're really proud to say that we've been growing. Our membership has certainly grown a lot in 2016, and we really hope to build on that and stand on the shoulders of a really successful year last year. And our membership is a key part of that. The AVF is our members, and our members are the AVF. And so, thank you all for your support, your time to engage on our events and on what we're doing. We wouldn't be able to do any of this without you and your support. So certainly, we're here to help you and let us know if there's anything that you think that we can do beyond what we're already doing.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've really talked a lot internally. How can we improve the award? How can we improve the summit? How can we take all this great feedback from our members and improve it? And that's what you're looking at right now. We're trying to tell you sooner how you can get involved. We're trying to tell you sooner when the dates are so that you can make sure that you get the maximum benefit from it. So I want to second Andrew on that. We really want to thank all of our members for their support. This is more than just a nonprofit organization and a network. This is a platform for a lot of young people, a lot of entrepreneurs to get started. And really, this is a community. So connect with each other and connect with us. We're here to help you out. We're here to work with you. Let us know what you think. Let us know how we can get you more involved.
Great. So thank you so much, everybody, for listening in on our webinar, and we'll see you in 2017.
Thanks, everyone. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Bye-bye.